I am Slick Nick, the living legend of hair loss, your personal hairline hero, and of course the red pill pusher of hair loss. And man, that has so become a major theme in my hair loss videos here in the fall of 2020. It's still technically fall, it's not winter yet. So I made a video that I released quite recently, just yesterday in my real time. It was about 24 hours ago. And it's interesting because this video hasn't really been seen by a lot of people, but it revealed some true colors, because you all know that I am the fourth most popular YouTuber in the world who focuses on hair loss, and yet I'm the only true 100% red pill pusher. In other words, don't expect me to empathize with you. If you say, Nick, I'm losing my hair, people won't like me, you won't get anything from me. Well, other than a list of 10 things that you can focus on, that you actually have control over, because you're actually being judged on those 10 things instead. You can just click on the link below and you'll be able to find out what they are. Being red pill means you focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. So I made a video and I was surprised because in the process I have converted some people from being blue pill minded, which is to think that you're limited by potential hair loss, or even black pill, which means there's no hope for you because women won't love you anyway and you can't trust women. That's black pill. So here I was feeling good about myself. Here I was thinking that I had converted another soul. It turns out the seeds were not planted in fertile soil. They were planted in the rocky soil where the sun came out and dried up any growth. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I made a video yesterday that you probably saw on this channel called Famously Bald and Short. Danny DeVito proves red pill is superior to black pill. So not a hugely popular video, only 70 views in about 24 hours, but 24 comments, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. So here's what's interesting about this. Danny DeVito, I actually said he was 5 foot. I was wrong, he's only 4'10". Danny DeVito, famously short and famously bald. The first movie I'm aware of that he's in is called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which I recently saw on Netflix. And even then, when he was young, he still had no hair on top. You got a guy who's 4'10" and no hair on top. And my point was, that man, despite the lot he was given, has become a very famous, successful, very rich actor in so many movies. And that's what I mentioned in that video. So the whole point, being very red pill, is to begin with, he was already super short and very bald to begin with. Yet despite that, beginning with that, he was able to become one of the most famous, successful actors in American cinema. That's the point. Which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Here's what came first, being bald and short. And then those things happen, okay? So that's logic there. That's red pill thinking, that's logic. But check out the comments that came through from this. So Andrew Moss, our good friend, said he's actually only 4'10" and his wife is not much taller at 5 foot. And he says, just proves my groundbreaking theory about genes. If you want a fast racehorse, you got to put 2 fast racehorses together. All right, so here's where things get weird though. Used to be known as Stinky Cheese, now changed his name to Tasty Cheese. So this is what he said. He said, Danny DeVito has money and status though. And 2 people thumbs up that. to which it said, he didn't start out with those things though. And then Cheese says, money and status are the halo effect. He is nothing but beta bucks to a woman, and what a surprise, she divorced him. I wouldn't blame her. And then someone gave that a thumbs up, to which I said, you're scaring me. I respected you, unlike most of my viewers, because that's the thing, I don't respect most of my viewers because they are thinking like victims. They're thinking like blue pill and black pill. They pretend that they are limited by what they're given in life instead of finding a way to become victorious and overcome it. That's why I can't respect a person who has a victim mentality. I can respect those who are willing to do something about it and focus on what they can control. So I said, you're scaring me. I respected you, unlike most of my viewers, but now you're revealing yourself as a black pill? I wonder if this is the end for you and me. To which he said, Danny DeVito, he started out with an advantage to be an actor, though, because of his ethnicity, diversity higher, and we know who owns Hollywood. So that's strange because Danny DeVito is not Jewish. Now, I'm the first to admit Jews run Hollywood. They built Hollywood. Name a movie that doesn't have a Jewish actor as one of the main roles. There's very few exceptions in that. Napoleon Dynamite would be a rare exception, but it was made by Mormons. Danny DeVito is not Jewish. He's an Italian American, obviously, of the Catholic faith of anything. Definitely not Jewish. So if that's where we're going, then let's talk about Mark Ruffalo if we want to talk about an Italian American actor. That's what Danny DeVito is. He's not Jewish. So this has led me to come to this conclusion. Perhaps I need to say farewell to Stinky Cheese or Tasty Cheese or whatever he changes his name to. I'm saddened. I'm saddened that this is the end, that this is the breakup video. But I just cannot continue this relationship. See, the thing was, Stinky Cheese and I had a good thing going. So many of my videos, my good videos this year, this fall, have been based on legitimate good comments from Stinky Cheese. And in fact, I remember how relieved I was and how rewarded I felt a couple months ago when Stinky Cheese even apologized, saying, hey, I used to leave some really silly comments on your videos. That was really immature of me. I'm embarrassed by that now. To which I said, I don't even remember what you're talking about, but sounds good, you know. I love to see that character growth, that arc, just like Michael Scott on The Office. He was very self-centered in those first seasons, and by the end, he became more focused on other people. And then that's when his character arc ended with the show The Office. Whereas Andy Bernard started in season 3, and he showed some character growth, but then he reverted back to where he came from. And that's why when The Office ends on the final season, things don't work out well for Andy Bernard. He never really grows up. He can't handle a relationship with a woman. He proves that. Even though respectable women came his way, he couldn't handle it. So I feel like that's where we're going with Stinky Cheese. I feel like ultimately this was false hope. And I can't move forward with a relationship, me being the creator, you being the consumer, knowing that that's what Stinky Cheese has decided. He has decided to be victim. He has decided to be black pill. He has decided to focus on what he cannot control instead of what he can. This is where I must say goodbye to Stinky Cheese. Your comments belong right here.